Alright folks, my apologies again. Right now we're in Sai Mai, Thailand, in the outskirts of Bangkok. About approximately, an hour, 45 minutes, depending on the traffic, away from the main part of the city. I apologize deeply, I don't have my gimbal with me. I was not expecting to, do a video right now. So we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. So this is Foodland. This is basically like a 24/7 grocery store that never stops. See, open 24 hours. And I was here about maybe like a year ago. Let's see. There were definitely more stray dogs and cats, but I think this time it's not as much, at least from what I can see. We'll get another outside shot of Foodland. So I'm gonna hold this as steady as I can. And again, I apologize for not having my gimbal. But here's just... So this is, you could kind of say, a more developed area in the outskirts of Thailand. Some of the homes here are actually quite nice, and I would consider in the long term to actually buy one. But obviously coming from the States, it's kind of would be kind of a big deal, because really life is only good here if you have US dollars. If you don't have US dollars, honestly your life is not going to be that great here, because minimum wage in Thailand is $15 per day. Yes, that's right, $15 per day. So if you're making $15 per day, you're doing quite well here. But it's not a simple life. But there are just a lot of nice restaurants here and cafes, and this is definitely a more developed shopping center than some of the other places here. And then we're gonna pass. Get out of the street here. We're gonna pass the legendary Swenson for their ice cream, which I find is hysterical because Swenson was actually founded in the US, and currently there are no more locations in the United States left with Swenson. I'll be in there in just a moment. And I find it very funny because Swenson is where it all started in the US, and now there's no Swenson left in the United States of America. Now this is the real backbone of Thailand here. I have yet to ever get on that type of thing, which I don't think I ever will. If you ever get into an accident, you'll be screwed. And here's a little pit stop. And then here's the famous, one of many famous 7-Eleven. Everything is so good in 7-Eleven. You can get like an actual piece of chicken that they microwave for you for just like, it might not even be $1, and it's a legit meal. It tastes very good, healthy. You would never get that in the United States. So there's KFC way in the back. And then let's just sort of take you a little bit into the traffic here. So these homes over there, they're actually very nice. And that's where I would strongly consider buying a home, living there. You'll see things are just very different here. Oh, there's also a very lovely restaurant called The Bridge right over there. I would strongly recommend that restaurant. It's very, very nice. Well, anyway, I think that's sort of it for now. Again, apologies for not having the gimbal. I was not really planning on doing this walk at the moment. Sort of just sporadically happened. I wasn't planning on being in this area, but here we are.